Richie Luciano.
What's going on, people? Today, we are going to be discussing why Breaking Bad is the greatest television show ever made. 1. It has one of the greatest transformations of any character I think I've ever seen in my life and in the history of television. And don't be talking about Tony Soprano. This dude stays the same all 6 seasons. Walter White goes from a sheepish man, a sheepish chemistry teacher who doesn't even know how to hold a gun, to a ruthless kingpin who has a drug empire with $80 million and does whatever the hell he wants. That is probably the best transformation you're going to get. Now, when I say Breaking Bad is the greatest show ever, I'm talking about the seasons, the build-ups, the season finales, the episodes before that, which are fantastic, like Crawl Space, Face Off, Amadeus. Those are the 3 main crucial episodes, but they're fantastic. Just season by season, it gets better. Season by season, each character develops with astronomical prowess. The casting is fantastic. Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, Anna Gunn, Dean Norris, Giancarlo, Jonathan Banks. The list goes on and on. This show is fantastic. Season by season. Season 1, the villains, Crazy 8. Season 2, Tuco. Season 3 and 4, Gus. Season 5, Jack Welker and his gang. I mean, the amount of awesomeness and radiation craziness that comes from the show is fantastic. And the pop culture references. This show has done more for pop culture and memes and movies and everything. I mean, damn, it launched Better Call Saul. It launched El Camino with them ending Jesse's story. And Better Call Saul is one of the greatest shows in television also. That is fantastic. What they did with Saul Goodman. Oh, also Bob Odenkirk as well as Saul Goodman. He's one of the best characters in the show. And that series is fantastic. Moving on back to this. Breaking Bad does something that not a lot of shows do. They create an element of tension. They create an element of fear, anxiety, wanting and fiending for that next episode. Because when you watch it, I know when I watch it, it gets addicting, it gets better, it gets grueler, it gets bloodier, it gets more chaotic as the series goes on. And I want to go and talk about Bryan Cranston. He is the magnum opus to this series. He's the magnum opus to this whole thing. Bryan Cranston is probably one of the greatest television actors I've ever seen in my life. And I am not joking when I say that. He devours this role like it's a Sunday at Dairy Queen. I'm telling you, season by season, he gets ruthless. He gets just more disgusting. He develops a sense of urgency, a sense of pride, and that pride goes a huge way. His ego kills him almost every single time. His ego drives him to do the most insane shit I've ever seen in a TV show in my life. The train heist. He's lying to Skyler and Walt Jr. and Marie, Hank. He lies to everybody. Jesse, he manipulates every single body. The people he's killed, everybody. Bryan Cranston brings a huge multitude of emotion, and you really feel for him when you really hate him, and you really feel him when he does these things. You're like, Jesus Christ. You really feel him transforming into this character that we've been watching for 5 to 6 years, especially in that I am the one who knocks. That scene is probably the best scene, one of the best scenes, if not the best scenes in the show. The the immediate fear and the immediate ego pushing and the immediate pride that comes when Skylar is telling him, you told me that we would be safe and you literally just blew our cover. And he literally goes on a tirade of just, oh yeah, do you know who I am? Do you know how much money I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. That oh my god, when I watch the scene over and over again, he literally puts himself in that role. He just demolishes her. And I hate Skylar. I really do. Anna Gunn was fantastic in this series, but I think everybody hates Skylar that watches this series. She is the most terrible, disgusting thing about this show. It's honestly, whenever I watch it, I think it's honestly annoying because she is the freedom to do whatever she wants. She can walk out when in the later seasons when she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm being held hostage." No, you're not. You can walk out at any time you want. He's not even budging. You can walk out at any time, and she chooses to stay and launder his money. Well, that's her fault. That's not anybody else's. And then she blames him because he's the one providing for the family. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Also, Aaron Paul, who never took acting classes, was absolutely fantastic. The duo of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, Aaron Paul, Bryan Cranston is probably the best duo. I know it's kind of twisted because they have a twisted father-son relationship, and freaking Walter manipulates Jesse every chance he gets and makes it about himself and his pride. But it's one of the greatest duos I've ever seen in a TV show. Their chemistry, their chemistry is unbelievable. Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul bounce off each other so fantastically. It is amazing. Like Aaron Paul, the hospital scene when he's talking to Walter and saying that he doesn't want to go back because of him and saying that he manipulated him in that instance was fantastic. That scene's one of the best scenes as well in that show. It shows his range, it shows his capability as an actor, it shows that he can hold up a show, hold up a scene and be powerful against the devil that he calls him in the later season. Both of them are fantastic. And I want to get into the villains. Crazy 8 was really good. This dude was fantastic. Like a nice starter villain. Then we go into Tuco. This motherfucker was insane. This dude was absolutely freaking insane. Where he's like beating the dude up, and he's like, "Yeah, look at that look." I'm like, "Oh my god, yo, this dude is freaking insane." And then the complete 360 that they do with Gus. Gus is the ultimate Breaking Bad villain. We before Tuco, but like after, like before those, we've never seen anybody like that. Since we've never seen anybody like that in Breaking Bad. When they went to season 3 and they introduced Gus, he's calculating, he's smart, he is manipulative. He knows what he wants. He goes for it, and he screws over Hector every single time, which was fantastic. I loved it, and the way he plays with Walter's pride and feelings. He's the best villain in the show. Everybody else is great, and also before I'm gonna go back and get Gustavo in a minute. But Jack Welker and the gang, that was really good. I mean, the neo Nazis and everything, that was crazy. Yeah, I was freaking wild. But they were pretty good as a villain. They were a pretty good last villain. Again, Walter didn't know what he was getting mixed up in, and they double crossed him, and that was fantastic. It was great to see him kind of it all crumbled down at the end. It was fantastic. But I want to go back to Gus again because Gus was easily one of the best things about the show. Whenever Gus is in the scene, you stay on him every time. He is so centered. He doesn't shout. He's quiet. He is. I mean, he's similar to Walter, but he actually knows what he's doing in these situations. He doesn't panic. He is the very definition of stillism, and he looks at you until you look away. This dude literally does not care whether he cares, but he cares to a sense. He cares about his employees. He cares about his work. but he doesn't like when you mess with his territory or operation. Then he goes up, and that scene when he kills Victor with the box cutter is another amazing scene. It and oh my god, the way he looks at them when he kills them, he's looking straight at Walter. Walter's like, Walter can't even look at him, and Jesse just like gives him that mean growling look. And for the first time in the series, we see Gus and look at Jesse with this blank stare, and you almost get a sense of admirement. You almost get a sense of admirement from him, like he respects his reaction. He respects Jesse for reacting this way, and he's starting to kind of see him as in a different person. And the way he gives Jesse, he tries to tear them apart was fantastic, and I love the little moments like him smiling when Jesse goes full Heisenberg mode. It is fantastic in Mexico. It is fantastic, and the cinematography is amazing. The shots of Mexico, the shots of the cars, the money, the freaking the robberies. All the shots are so cinematic and visually stunning across the Texas skyline, across the Albuquerque skyline of New Mexico. It is absolutely fantastic. It is probably one of the greatest gifts of the show is the cinematography. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And now I want to get into another thing. The ending. The ending is one of the greatest endings in any show I think I've ever watched. The satisfying conclusion when he kills those Jack and the gang, and Jesse kills Todd. I was screaming. I was like, yes, yes. When Jesse killed Todd, it was fantastic. And when Lydia was killed by that ricin, she was in bed. She was like, and Walter said goodbye, Lydia, and he hung up the phone. It was, oh my God, it was masterful. And when they had that conversation in Jack's house, he was like, you want this? And he was like, then do it yourself. And I was like, oh my God, just a masterclass of acting. The acting in the show is freaking amazing. It is fantastic. It is absolutely amazing. I could not, I couldn't make it up. It's amazing. And when they give you when they give a parallel to the first season when they look at each other when they're talking about the meth, the look they give, the look of respect and the look of wow, we really got to this point. We did it. And Jesse drives off and he just whams through those gates and he laughs. He's like yes, he's finally free. And then he starts tears of joy and happiness and he starts screaming and then they cut to Walter and you see the blood. And then he goes to the only place he's ever known for the whole thing of Breaking Bad, and he just dies. And he lays there in the place that he felt alive in, the place that he loved, and the series closes. I mean, it's amazing. That's why I think Breaking Bad is the greatest show ever in the history of television. It is fantastic. It's amazing. So, what do you think? Leave your thing in the comment, and we'll be back soon with another episode. Peace out, everybody.